The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage here of Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Drew Wilson, and we've got today's game between Southern Virginia and your Averett Cougars. Hello, everybody, and welcome to live coverage of Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Drew Wilson, bringing you live coverage of Game 1 of today's home opener between the Averett Cougars and the Southern Virginia Knights. Not a bad day here in Danville, Virginia. A little cloudy. Hopefully the sun will poke out later today as we get this doubleheader underway. This is the first home game of the season for the Cougars. They were supposed to play last weekend, but rain had other plans, and they were washed out on Saturday, so this is their first home game of the season. It will be a doubleheader today with Southern Virginia. Field a little damp after rain throughout this week from time to time, but crews have done a good job trying to get it to where we can make it a pretty playable field for today. A little damp in some areas still, but they'll play around it. Shouldn't be any trouble in factoring into the game. Averett comes in off a 6-5 win yesterday down at Guilford College. Nice win for the Cougars. Gave head coach Drew Bailey his first win since taking over the program in the offseason. The Knights coming off a 4-2 loss to Washington and Lee yesterday. They are 1-3 on the season. Cougars 1-2 on the year. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you right here on the Averett Sports Network. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to live coverage of Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. Drew Wilson on the call for you today, and Game 1 of our doubleheader between Southern Virginia University and your Averett Cougars. Matt Tuggle getting the start on the mound today for Averett. We'll go over the starting lineups. For Southern Virginia, in center field will be Ryan Saunders. In left field, Caleb Layden. At first base, Cole Critchfield. Matt Roll in right field. Ryan Morin at third base. Manny Lara is the DH for the Knights. Riley Daniels at shortstop. Jordan Kiefer behind the plate. Stetson Kay at second base. And Seth Burris getting the start on the mound for the Knights. Your starting lineup for the Cougars: A.J. Hart in center field. Kyle Vidano at second base. Cody Jones batting third and playing DH. Neil Hutchins is in the cleanup spot behind the plate at catcher. Dallas Smithers in right field. Zach DiCarlo in left field. Bradley Tickle at first base. B.K. Stansel at third base. Ryan Traylor at shortstop. And, of course, Tuggle on the hill. Cougars wearing their all-white jerseys with the pinwheel-style hat, the white front, yellow bill. Southern Virginia wearing their all-grays today, laced with a little bit of maroon, the new color. The maroon color returning to the Knights' color scheme this year after they were green. And we're ready to go. Ryan Saunders will step in, the lefty, facing off against the righty Tuggle. Tuggle making his second appearance, second start of the season. First pitch hit up the middle and will be a single for Saunders. So with one on, that'll bring up Layden. Tuggle making a second start. Picked up the loss earlier this season at Washington Lee, despite pitching fairly well. And throw over to first base, not in time. Tuggle went 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 6 runs, but only one of those was earned, as Cougars had some defensive woes in that game. It only allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and had 2 strikeouts. And sacrifice bunt it right back to the pitcher, and they're going to double up the Knights, and that's 2 quick outs. So the Cougars catch a break as Critchfield comes to the plate. So Critchfield, another lefty, steps in, takes strike on the outside corner. Good fastball from Tuggle. Tuggle looks in. That one low and outside. That'll even the count. One pitch. That one nubbed right at B.K. Stansel at third base. Able to make the catch for the third out. So the Knights get one on, but double play erases it, and we are still tied 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning bottom of the first inning when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Or you can do And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the first inning, still tied 0-0. A.J. Hart will lead things off for the Cougars. He'll face off against the senior right-hander Seth Burris. Burris making his second start of the season, went 4 innings, gave up 4 earned runs and 9 hits, including 1 walk, but did have 6 strikeouts in his first appearance of the season. So he'll face off against the righty, Hart. First pitch, fastball high, misses outside. Hart, 1 for 10 so far this season. Slow start, but he'll foul this one off down the right side and will bounce over by the tarp. Hart fouls this one away down the right side. Might stay in play, though. And it does, and he will foul out to the right fielder. Roll had already shifted a little bit over that way on that last foul ball, so he was able to camp under it. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Kyle Vidano. Vidano batting .385 early this season. He takes a ball high. Vidano missed all of last season due to injury. Had to sit out, so he's been eager to get back. Oh, 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Vidano began his career as a shortstop, but has moved over to second base this season and pitched low and in the dirt for ball 2. Vidano 5 hits and 13 at bats. Also 3 for 3 on stolen bases, so he's a threat to steal if he gets on. Swing and miss there for strike 2. And that one hits the inside corner for strike 3 as Vidano goes down looking. That'll bring up Cody Jones, designated hitter.
Now to play for your Cougars, number 41, Cody Jones.
Jones, a sophomore out of Garner, North Carolina, but his first year at Averett, transferred in. And he'll look at strike 1 from Burris. Jones batting .200 early in the year. Takes ball 1 to even the count. Has a pair of hits and 1 RBI. Breaking ball in the dirt. Fastball hits the outside corner, belt high. Two count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch from Burris on the way, hit out to second base, bobbled. But Kay able to stay with it and make the play for the 3rd out. So the Cougars, no hits on no runs, no errors, and no one left on base here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll go to the top of the second when we come back. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the second inning.
Leading off top of the second, number 4, Matt Roll.
Matt Roll will lead things off for the Knights. Tuggle looks in. First pitch on the way and across for strike one. That one misses high, and that'll even the count. Southern Virginia starts the year 1-3 coming into today's game. Their only win. They got a win over William Peace in Game 3 of a 3-game series to open the season, as Roll swings and misses at that one. Opened with a 6-1 loss at Peace, then lost 6-5. Then second game of the doubleheader, which would be the third game of the series, they won 4-3. Had a couple games postponed or canceled. Then played Washington Lee yesterday, lost 4-2. And Roll looks at strike 3 for the first out. So first strikeout for Tuggle today. That'll bring up Ryan Morin. This is inside for ball one. Morin batting .308 through the first 4 games of the season. And look at strike one. Tuggle efficient so far, 11 pitches, 8 strikes. And that one hits the corner as well, so 1-2 the count to Morin. Morin has 1 RBI, has struck out 5 times though. Doesn't offer at that one, as it's high right at his shoulders. So 2-2 the count here with 1 out. In the dirt, so full count coming up. Morin has been walked once this season. Payoff pitch. Misses high, so Morin draws the 1-out walk. That'll bring up the DH Lara.
Now batting number 24, Manny Lara.
It's his first appearance of the season at the plate, so he looks at strike one. Throw over to first, not in time. Pitch fouled out of play to the right side. Tuggle looks in, checks the runner at first. Good lead by Morin. Throw over, not in time. Averett opened the season last Friday with doubleheader at Washington and Lee. Lost 6-0 in the first game and 11-7 in the second game. Talking to head coach Drew Bailey, thought they hit well in the second game, but errors proved to be costly. And that one, they're going to say it hit there. It looked like he kind of leaned into it. And Bailey's going to go out and talk to Tuggle. Bailey in his first season at the helm of the Cougars program, after previously serving as an assistant coach with Bluefield College. Bailey played collegiately in Division II Concord where this past fall he got inducted into their Athletics Hall of Fame. Was a heck of a pitcher for Concord and was eventually drafted by the Oakland A's. Played pro ball for a couple of years before getting back into coaching. So Riley Daniels steps in. The shortstop will face off with Tuggle. Runners aboard with one out here in the top of the second inning. Daniels batting 111 on the season, only one hit. And this one fouled back to the backstop. Actually clipped the top of the pole and flew over. Only one hit, but he has drawn 3 walks this season. And a little chopper over to third base. Stancil, slow roller, goes to second. That's the only out he'll get. So it'll be a fielder's choice. That'll put runners on the corners with 2 out.
Now batting the catcher, Jordan Kiefer.
Jordan Kiefer, the catcher at the plate. Kiefer, hitless in 10 at-bats this season. Does have 3 walks and has struck out twice. And a little nubber back to the pitcher, and Tuggle fields it easily. And quick toss over to first, 4 to the third out. So the Knights threaten, but the Cougars come away unscathed. And we're still tied 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. When we come back, you're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Neil Hutchins leads things off for the Cougars. Hutchins walking up to a little Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. And first pitch on the way. Hit out to shortstop. Slow roller. See if Hutchins can beat it out, and gets him by about a step. So will be a 6-3 on the putout. One pitch, one out. Now to bring up Dallas Smithers. Senior. Stepping in out of Ringgold, Virginia, right down the road, just outside of Danville. Went to Dan River High School. Transferred in after his freshman year at UVA Wise and has been with the Cougars for 3 seasons. First pitch was a ball outside. Smithers gets a piece of that one, fouls it off right back behind to the umpire. They'll even count of 1-1. Smithers entered today batting .417 and puts this one out into center field. And catch is made by Saunders. Got to bring up Zach DiCarlo, sophomore. Stepping in out of Gaithersburg, Maryland. DiCarlo has 1 hit and 6 at-bats this season. Also scored a run. And swing and miss on the first offering from Burris. That's ball finds the strike zone as well, so quick 0-2 count. And DiCarlo fouls that one way off to the right side. That one just missed the outside corner. That one misses well. That evens the count at 2-2. Another ball, so full count as DiCarlo working it back to his favor now. Payoff pitch misses inside, so DiCarlo draws a walk. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Bradley Tickle.
Now batting first baseman, Bradley Tickle.
First pitch popped up down the line in left field. Tough play by the left fielder. Caleb Layden dove, laid out for it, and couldn't come up with it. So just a foul ball. Layden's going to be soaking wet for the rest of the game after laying out for that one. Dove in that wet grass out there. Just in foul territory in left field. 0-1 the count to Tickle. Misses high. Runner on the move, chopper right back to the pitcher, and Burris going to underhand it over to first base in time for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Cougars. They leave 1 runner on, but no runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the 3rd when we come back. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Averett and Southern Virginia tied 0-0. Stetson K steps in for the Knights. First pitch from Tuggle, high for ball 1. K batting .600 on the season. He's 3 for 5. And looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Pitch low. So 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to K. Tuggle wearing number 21 today. Normally number 31. Must have misplaced his jersey. And swung on a miss for strike 2. Two-two pitch. Misses high. Fastball got away from Tuggle. So full count. And misses inside, so K draws a walk. And top of the lineup comes back up with Ryan Saunders. Saunders led off the game with a first pitch single up the middle. Still the only hit for either team so far in the game. Runner on the move, hit and run, and fouled over toward the Southern Virginia dugout for strike 1. See if Southern Virginia puts the runner in motion again. Throw over to first base. Quick throw, but not in time. As K was able to get back. K gets another step. He will not be going. Pitch misses a little high and outside. One pitch, runner on the move, and this one lined out to left field. Runner will hold at second base. Hit too hard and right at Zach DiCarlo. So 2 aboard for Caleb Layden. Layden tried to get down a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning and ended up lining into a double play right back to the pitcher. So we'll see if Southern Virginia coach Logan Mann opts to go back to the sacrifice, and he will not, at least for pitch 1. It's fouled out of play. Would be the perfect opportunity to sacrifice bunt. Move the runners over with no outs right now. Cougars playing back on the corners. And that one fouled out of play as well. Oh, 2 the count. Tuggle steps off, looks the runner back at second. Layden, the lefty, steps back in. Pitch on the way. A little swung on. It's going to stay fair. And it will be a base hit. So Cougars unable to make that play. Just a tough play to make at first base. Tuggle had to go all the way down the line. Looked like it was going to roll foul, but it got stuck in that wet grass.
Now batting first baseman, Cole Critchfield.
So bases loaded for Cole Critchfield. As Tuggle running into trouble. Tuggle made it over to the ball, but it's a tough angle for him to get that ball over to Tickle at first base and unable to make the play. First pitch on the way, outside for ball one. Southern Virginia got a runner over to third base last inning, but the Cougars were able to get out of the jam. That one fouled out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. Critchfield, no RBIs on the season. He's 0 for 12. Fastball misses high, so 2-1 the count. Nowhere to put Critchfield. Pitch fouled back to the backstop, so count evens at 2-2. Cloudy day here in Danville, but the weather not too bad, in the 60s. Supposed to get up to low 70s maybe by this afternoon. 2-2 pitch and misses. A little bit low. So full count. Tuggle looks in. 3-2 pitch on the way, fouled out of play to the left side. Pitch hit out to left center field. That's going to drop in. That'll score at least 2. And move Layden over to third. Critchfield will take second on the throw. So 2 RBI single by Critchfield. Hutchins goes out to talk to Tuggle, as that gives Southern Virginia a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third inning.
Now batting right fielder, Matt Roll.
So with 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out, that'll bring up Matt Roll. Ball fouled back. That ball in the dirt. Good play by Hutchins. So 1-1 the count to Roll. Ball chopped foul down the third baseline. Four hits now on the day for Southern Virginia. Including 3 this inning. Pitch once again in the dirt. That'll even the count of 2-2. Pitch hit up the middle, off of Tuggle's glove, able to keep it in front of him. Throw to first in time. And now there's a pickle. And thrown away by Tickle. And that'll score both runs. So will be an error on the play on the throw by Tickle. So 1 out, and that'll bring up Morin. Both those runs will be unearned for the time being. Tickle had first runner at home by a couple feet and just errant throw. And the other runner was able to score. This one chopped out to second base. Vidano there to make the play for out number 2. So that'll make the first run on that last play earned down. Gotta love baseball scoring.
Now batting designated hitter, Manny Lara.
So that'll bring up Lara with 2 outs. And grounded over to second base in time. So Cougars give up 4 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. They'll see if they can get any of those back when we come back. Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Averett trails Southern Virginia 4-0. BK Stansel will lead things off for the Cougars. BK batting .600 on the season. Had a really solid game yesterday, and he fouls that one away. So 0-2 the count to Stansel. Had 3 RBIs. Looks at ball 1. And fouls that one out of play to the right side. Stays alive. Stansel, sophomore, out of Richmond, Virginia. 1-2 pitch, misses high, so 2-2 the count. Stansel, one of those players much improved from his freshman year. Put in a lot of work in the offseason. But looks at strike 3 there for out number 1. So that'll bring up the freshman, Ryan Traylor.
Now batting number 5, Ryan Traylor.
Drew Bailey really likes Traylor. He's one of many talented freshmen on this team. Swing and miss there. Traylor, shortstop and pitcher out of Chesterfield, Virginia. Misses high, even the kind of ball 1, along with 1 strike. And now time is called. And assistant coach Robbie Swab will talk to Traylor for just a second. Maybe go over something that he saw. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. After Traylor, Cougars go right back to the top of the lineup with A.J. Hart. And that one fouled back to the net. One-two pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with the curveball. So 2 outs, that'll bring up A.J. Hart.
Now coming to the plate, number 8, A.J. Hart.
Strike 1 to Hart. And looks at ball 1. That ball hit out into right field. It'll drop in for a single, the first hit of the day for the Cougars. So little flare out there just over the head, over the outstretched arms of the second baseman and first baseman. So with 2 outs, Cougars trying to put together something here as Kyle Vidano steps in. That one in the dirt. Runner on the move. That one hit out into center field. It'll drop in. Hart on the move to third, and Vidano will stay at first after the ball is cut off by the shortstop. So the Cougars trying to get some offense cooking here. They have runners on the corners with 2 out for Cody Jones. Jones does have 1 RBI on the year. He's 0 for 1 today after grounding out 4-3 back in the first inning. They could use him now. Runner on the move, and he will run uncontested. So stolen base for Kyle Vidano. Vidano's 4th steal in 4 attempts on the season. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Jones. He can keep the inning going. Ball fouled out of play, so he's in the hole 0-2. and swung on a miss for strike 3. So the Cougars get two out hits, but unable to do anything with it. And they still trail 4-0 as we go to the 4th inning. Southern Virginia ahead. You're watching Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Southern Virginia leads Averett 4-0. Defensive change for the Cougars. Now playing first base will be number 28, Tanner Bradshaw. First pitch to Daniels popped up right at Bradshaw. He's right on the line and makes the catch just inside foul territory for out number 1. So that'll bring up Jordan Kiefer.
Now batting number 23, Jordan Kiefer.
That one hits the inside corner for strike 1. Tuggle looks in. 0-1 pitch on the way and misses inside. Trying to go right back to about the same area, but just missed. Another ball inside, so 2-1 the count to Kiefer. Kiefer 0 for 1 today. Goes back inside again, almost clipped Kiefer, so 3-1 the count. Hutchins will go out and talk things over. Vidano also comes in. Wind blowing from right to left field. Probably see the flag out in dead center field. It's been up and outright for most of the game, and Tuggle comes back and gets strike 2. Pitch hit up the middle. Vidano ranges over. He'll get in front of it. Throw over to first base and plenty of time for out number 2. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Stetson Kay, the second baseman.
Now batting number 3.
Scored a run in his previous plate appearance. Reached on a walk back in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Tuggle in there for strike 1. Another strike across for the Cougars. And with 2 outs, Kay in an 0-2 hole. Kay able to foul that one out of play to the right side. Stays alive. Top of the lineup would be due up next for Southern Virginia. Tuggle gets a ground ball down first base. Goes under Bradshaw's glove, but it was foul. Bradshaw, a freshman out of Goochland, Virginia, took over first base. Start this inning defensively and swung on a miss. Ball gets away, though, and will be a strikeout, but runner will advance on a wild pitch.
Now batting number 27, Ryan Saunders.
So that will bring up Ryan Saunders. Saunders 2 for 2 today with a run scored. That pitch in the dirt. Good job by Hutchins to stay in front of it. Good lead over at first base. The runner on the move, and the ball fouled out of play to the left side. A 2-out hit and run on for the Knights. Tuggle will look in. 1-1 count. Another throw over to first base. Runner back in plenty of time. Pitch up the middle. Tuggle fields it cleanly and tosses over to first for the 3rd out. So the Cougars go to the bottom of the 4th inning. They still trail 4-0 here against Southern Virginia. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Neil Hutchins leading things off for the Cougars. Hutchins 0 for 1 today. Hutchins grounded out 6-3, back to start the 2nd inning. Burris with the pitch. In there for strike 1. Burris only giving up 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts as he gets Hutchins to swing there. Hutchins doesn't offer it that one, and it's in the dirt. Neil Hutchins, a junior out of East Bend, North Carolina, in his first season with the Cougars. And swung and missed at that one for strike 3. So strikeout number 5 today for Seth Burris. Much better outing than his previous on the mound. Came into the game with an ERA of 9, so he's definitely lowered that a little bit so far today. That pitch in there for strike 1. To Dallas Smithers, who steps in. Smithers 0 for 1 on the afternoon, and a little check swing. Didn't commit, but it is a strike across. That pitch misses just outside. One, two, misses high. Fastball got away from Burris, or either he was looking, trying to get Smithers chasing the high fastball. Pitch misses inside at the knees. So full count for Dallas Smithers. Smithers has drawn 1 walk this season. And hits that one high into left field. And it will be out. Number 2. Caleb Layden able to camp under that one and make the easy catch. So Zach DiCarlo will step in with 2 outs. Trying to keep the inning going for the Cougars.
Now batting number 10, Zach DiCarlo.
Pitch in the dirt. And that one laced into the gap in left center field. It'll drop in. Layden overran it just a little bit, but he will keep DiCarlo held to a single. So once again, the Cougars making some noise with 2 outs.
Now batting number 28, Tanner Bradshaw.
So that'll bring up Tanner Bradshaw, making his first plate appearance of the day. Bradshaw batting 167. He's 2 for 12. Does have 1 RBI. Throw over to first. DiCarlo back in plenty of time. And time called by Bradshaw. Fastball in there. Belt high for strike 1. Breaking ball cuts right across as 0-2 hole now to Bradshaw. And a little chopper out to short. They'll make the play over to first base in time for out number 3. So the Cougars get 1 hit, but leave them on. They still trail 4-0 as we go to the 5th inning when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Southern Virginia leads Averett 4-0 here in Game 1 of our doubleheader at Owen Fulton Field in Danville, Virginia. I'm Drew Wilson bringing you coverage of today's game. And Matt Tuggle, first pitch, fouled out of play to Caleb Layden. Kind of a cloudy, sort of gloomy day here, but the temperature's not too bad. That pitch in the dirt. Evens kind of 1-1. If you're watching from outside the Southern Virginia region, I guess, we've been having some crazy weather the last couple weeks. A little chopper right back to Tuggle. He fields it, throws over to first base in time. For out number 1. It's like 1 week it'll be 60, and then 2 days later it'll be 40. 2 days later it'll snow. Then right back up to 60, then back to 40, then kind of back and forth. So weather roller coaster. Lately it's been a lot of rain. It's affected the Cougars' schedule. Before they could even play a game, they had messed with the schedule and tried to work around the rain last weekend. They were supposed to open the season at home with a doubleheader against Washington and Lee. They had to move that to Friday, and they moved that game up to Washington and Lee. So they've had a mess as first pitch to Critchfield swung on a miss for strike 1. In fact, this game was supposed to be, this doubleheader is supposed to be played on this coming Saturday. However, with rain in the forecast, they bumped it up today, able to fit it in with the nice temperatures. No rain. One pitch on the way and outside for ball 2. I was talking with Averett coach Drew Bailey, and he was saying that at one point, this was earlier this week, and he's like, have you looked at the forecast? He's like, it's supposed to rain 11 out of the next 15 days. So that's the kind of spring it's been so far. A little slow roller out to shortstop. Trailer makes the play for out number 2. So with Critchfield retired, that'll bring up Matt Roll. Roll batting in the cleanup spot, but is 0 for 2 today. First pitch, chop foul. Roll just got a little piece of it. Fouled away for strike 2. Swung on a miss for strike 3, and that will retire the Knights in the top of the 5th inning. So the Cougars will go to the bottom of the 5th when we come back. You're watching the Averett Sports Network's coverage of Averett baseball. go to the bottom of the 5th inning. BK Stansel will lead things off for the Cougars. Stansel 0 for 1 on the afternoon, but batting .500 currently, so see if you can get things going for the Cougars. First pitch in there for strike 1 from Burris. Another fastball across for strike 2. Burris has been rolling along. Well, just 3 hits and 1 walk with 5 strikeouts in the first 4 innings. Stansel swung and miss. Strike 3. So 1 quick out. That'll bring up Ryan Traylor. Just a reminder, this is the first game of a doubleheader today, so we're playing 2 7-inning games. So the Cougars running out of at-bats if they want to try to get back in this one. And finally, the sun pops out here at Owen Fulton Field. Been wondering where it has been as Traylor looks at strike 1. Hopefully it'll dry the field up just a little bit as Traylor fouls that one away. So 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Burris in this inning. That one in the dirt. Pitch misses high, so 2-2 the count now to Traylor. Traylor 0 for 1 so far today. And he looks at strike 3 there on the outside corner. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up A.J. Hart. Hart had a 2-out single back in his last at bat. Got things going for the Cougars as they tried to threaten, but he was unable to come in. Left stranded at third base. Takes ball 1 there on the outside corner. Or just beyond the outside corner, I should say. Another pitch misses outside. Neither team warming up anybody in the bullpen, so both pitchers probably going the distance, at least for another inning. Hart takes strike 1. Little chopper up the middle and fielded by the shortstop Riley Daniels for out number 3. The Cougars go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 5th. We'll go to the 6th when we come back. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Cougars trail 4-0 to Southern Virginia. Ryan Morin will lead things off and shows bunt, drops it down, but foul down the third base line for strike one. Turned out to be a beautiful day. Now that the sun is out, hopefully it can stay out for the rest of the afternoon. 0-1 pitch from Tuggle in there for strike two. Cougars home opener today against Southern Virginia, 2 7-inning games, and swung on a miss for strike three for out number one here in the top of the sixth inning.
Now batting, Manny Lara.
Tuggle's fourth strikeout of the day. That'll bring up Manny Lara. Swung on a miss, got him with a high heat. Little nubber out to the shortstop. We'll see if. And a good play by Nick Taylor, who's now in the lineup.
Shortstop, Riley Daniels.
Did not see that defensive switch, but Nick Taylor's playing second base for the Cougars. So I bring up Riley Daniels here with 2 outs. Fouled out of play to the right side. Ball in there for strike two. And swing and a miss for strike three, so quick work. As we end the top of the sixth inning. We'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network. Go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Kyle Vidano will lead things off for the Cougars.
Number 4, Kyle Vidano.
Vidano 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a stolen base. Shows bunt, lays it down the first baseline, and he will beat it out for a bunt single. So Kyle Vidano getting things going here. Now to bring up Cody Jones.
Now coming to the plate,
Jones 0 for 2.
Cody Jones.
Throw over to first, not in time as Vidano's back. Vidano 4 for 4 on steals so far this season, including one when he reached base in his last at bat. So definitely a threat to run. Very speedy guy. And he's on the go. He'll take off. High pitch. And they'll get him. Late call by the official. So that pitch will be fouled out of play. Pitch on the way to Jones, misses high. Three-one pitch, fouled out, back to the backstop. So payoff pitch, low for ball 4. And we'll have time called as Southern Virginia coach head out to have a meeting on the mound. Neil Hutchins due up for the Cougars with 1 on and 1 out. Hutchins 0 for 2 today. And we are going to have a pinch runner for Jones. Will be number 18. Tyler Bianco. So the Cougars put some speed on the base paths for Hutchins here with 1 out. Bianco, freshman out of Bealeton, Virginia. Played at Kettle Run High School. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Bianco's first appearance for the Cougars. Throw over to first. Gets back in plenty of time. Time called at the plate. Oh, 1 pitch popped out of play. Runner was on the move, but ball fouled out to the right side. So they'll do it again, 0-2 count. 1 out, runner at first. Time called again. Pitch on the way, hit up the middle, and will be a 6-3 double play to end the inning. So the Cougars unable to make anything happen despite getting a couple runners on base. One more inning to try to tie things up. We'll go to the top of the 7th when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the top of the 7th inning. Southern Virginia holds a 4-0 lead on the Cougars. And first pitch to Kiefer inside for ball 1. Tuggle's still on the mound. Looks like he will go the distance. And that one chopped off of Kiefer's ankle for strike 1. So 2-1 the count to the Knights catcher. Ball chopped right back to Tuggle. He misplayed it, but Taylor there to back him up and makes a 6-3 putout. I don't think Tuggle got a glove on it. I think he whiffed on it. So he will not get credit for an assist there, but either way, he'll be happy that it's 1 out. That'll bring up Kay. Kay tries to drop down the sneaky drag bunt, but it goes foul. Oh, 1 pitch from Tuggle. High for ball 1. Southern Virginia 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors so far today. Fastball hits the inside corner for strike 2. Averett, meanwhile, 0 runs on 4 hits, and they had 1 error back in that 4-run inning. That was in the 3rd, where Southern Virginia scored all 4 of its runs. Time called at the plate. First 2 runs were earned. The second 2 were unearned for Southern Virginia. As Kay fouls that one away, he'll stay alive. One-two pitch out to third base. BK Stansel stays with it. Throw over to first. Just in time to beat Kay. So BK beat Kay by about a half step. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Ryan Saunders.
Now batting number 27, Ryan Saunders.
Saunders hits the inside corner for strike 1. Saunders tees off on that one and drops it into right center field for his 3rd hit of the game. He has 3 of the 5 hits. I think I see a reason why he's probably leading off in their lineup.
Now batting number 33, Caleb Bladen.
So with 2 outs and 1 aboard, that'll bring up Caleb Bladen. Bladen 1 for 3 with a run scored. Runner on the move. They'll throw down. High throw will not get him in time. And it will be a stolen base. The pitch was a strike. Southern Virginia does have somebody down in the bullpen. They're not currently throwing. Ball popped up into shallow left field. Maybe, yep, there stays in fair territory as DiCarlo makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cougars down to their last 3 outs. We'll see if they can get anything going here in the bottom of the 7th inning. When we come back, you're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. And Dallas Smithers will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Cougars. First pitch misses for ball. Burris looking to go the distance on the mound today for the Knights. Good fastball in there for strike one. Swung on a miss, so Smithers in a 1-2 hole. And he'll look at strike three on the outside corner. Didn't like that, but it looked like it was right there from our angle. So that'll bring up Zach DiCarlo here with one out.
Now coming to the plate, number 10, Zach DiCarlo.
If Burris hangs on, and strike one called. If Burris hangs on, it will be his first decision, so it'll be his first win of the season, as DiCarlo fouls that one away for strike two. He got the start, but didn't factor into a decision in his previous appearance this season. 0-2 the count. Fastball misses high for ball one. Just a reminder, game two coming up probably about 30 minutes or so after this completion of this game. Another ball misses high. You will have to change stations, so we will shut this broadcast down, and you'll have to click on the other link that we provided at averettcougars.com for game number two. Another ball fouled out of play, and Knights giving chase, but goes beyond the batting cage along the right side. Burris with 93 pitches on the day, 61 strikes. That one in the dirt, so we'll make the count full to DiCarlo. And swung on a miss for strike three. So Averett down to its final out. It'll be Tanner Bradshaw stepping in.
Now batting number 28, Tanner Bradshaw.
A little chopper out to second base. Fielded by Kay, and that'll be it for the Cougars. They fall in game one 4-0 to Southern Virginia. Cougars drop to 1-3 on the season. Southern Virginia improves to 2-3. We're going to take a break. When we come back, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this game, actually, since it is the end of the game. We're going to switch broadcasts. Cougars fall 4-0 after giving up 4 runs in the top of the third inning, 2 of those unearned. And Burris will pick up the win for the Knights, his first of the season. Meanwhile, Tuggle takes the loss. He will drop to 0-2 on the year. Southern Virginia, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. So Averett, 0 runs on 4 hits and 1 error on the day. So that'll be it for game one. Southern Virginia wins 4-0. The Cougars and Knights will battle here in about 30-45 minutes. So we'll see you on the next broadcast when it's time. Thanks for watching Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network.
This has been a production of the Averett Sports Network.